Hi everybody, welcome back to End Channel International. Today we play Europa Universalis 5 with Itza. And I'm very happy to announce that we are playing with the patch 1.08 without any sort of beta branch. We are playing with the normal branch of the patch that has been released and the game is still valid. So I'm very happy about this. I'm going to steal some maps to celebrate this moment. Someone told me that if I move the mouse over the regions, I can see that this, for example, is a region I wanted to get. Yeah, I didn't know this. Look at this. Look at the map. For example, let's go to Western Arctic. Here, this is Western Arctic. When I move the mouse, the map is getting highlighted. So now I just realized that this is Ge Kahach Baashko, which is the region that I wanted to steal since very long time, and I couldn't find the name because it was a tribal name. And that's the region. That's the region. I've been looking for this like centuries now. I am now centuries years old. There is tin, and there are 2 resources of tin in this region. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. To get there and colonize there, good luck to us, but at least now we have the map. In the last episode, we passed also the 1 million inhabitants, and we need to reach 3 million to overcome Kokom and then attack them. And in order to do so, we need to declare wars, and I believe that I might consider attacking other neighbors, or right now I could also decrease my stability and increase the taxes, require additional taxes, and I'm going to do this for 1 year so that I can build and expand my RGOs. The economy of this game changed massively. On my Italian channel, I tried a test run with Sweden, and I was horrified because I didn't have money, and also my trade routes were always constantly inefficient. And then I learned about the cost of trades. I learned about a lot of different topics that I completely ignored here in Mesoamerica. Military access, and they will pay us. Yes, I accept this. So currently we have automatized everything, all trades here. And I keep it this way. Still, it's gonna be interesting, okay? We need to be careful. The burghers are building some irrigation. We integrated a province, which is beautiful. But the burghers are building some irrigation here, where we produce the maize. Thank you for telling me how it's pronounced, by the way. Hunter told me this. So where we have maize, we are going to produce irrigation, so the production will increase. And I am going to expand my maize production even further, because the province of Xunanturnich is going to be the granary of our kingdom. And I want to have a 7 level RGO and a lot of irrigation, really to pump as much food as possible, because this brings food stability in our land. I learned it already the hard way, but now I'm fully aware. We need to be careful. Let's move to aristocracy. And I didn't check the values right now, but look at this. So we are almost fully decentralized, giving a lot of equilibrium to our estates and also loyalty of our subjects. We are traditionalist, spiritualist, and another important thing, we have the traditional economy, which is boosting food massively, plus 20%, and population capacity as well. So everything costs more, but it doesn't matter. And another thing that I want to do now, I will start increasing maybe inflation. No, it's not worth. I wanted to pile up money and then decrease the inflation later on. It doesn't make sense. No, sorry. So we have a cabinet slot to fill. We can develop provinces, encourage migration, expel people, integrate provinces. Obviously, we go for the integration, and we go for the integration of the closest regions. Plus, we keep increasing control of our regions. And another thing that we are going to do in this episode, we are going to convert a lot of natives into regular citizens. Why? Because this is also increasing my population and increasing also the taxes that I get. Beautiful to see that now my gold is +3, fixed, which means that every year and a half I can expand an RGO, and this is growing and growing and growing. I love it. I really like this. I'm going to expand lumber as soon as I can. So 52, still another couple of years, but wait a minute. I do not have enough laborers here. So better not. I think I will wait. We have a prodigy child. Wild game has been expanded. Neupeten has cotton, which is actually a pretty good RGO. And we have people here, so let's expand our capital RGO and build a lot of cotton. Also because then we can build a lot of cloth. That helps also our economy. And we are very happy, aren't we? Good, beautiful. So, let's make a pilgrimage with the money we have. And then we can host a ceremony. Probably no, we do not have enough money to do that. All right, everything is good here in Sable. We increase control in the new colony, and I need to check also talking about colonies, the colonial progress here. Oh yes, give to the state. Oh yes, sir. The colony here is Toquegua, a colony with copper. I can't wait to have people there to increase my copper production. Plus I need to consider whether if I want to annex also those vassals or not. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. But I am increasing our marketplace because I can do it. It's quite fast. Now we produce more cotton. Wanted to check here. In our market in Neupeten, we produce more cotton than we use, but it's also fine. All our kids are super cute. I want to say super smart, and that's brilliant. I need to check actually my hair. He's the hair. He is roadie, and he has a balanced education, so he's not so smart as I would have expected. Let's give him an administrative education. Let's do that. And also roads are slowly getting built by our burghers. Isn't it beautiful? It is, I tell you, it is beautiful. It is. Alright, good. Now every year one new RGO can be expanded. I just need to decide which one. We have a lot of food, luckily. We have fish, we have fruit, we have copper, obviously. Maybe maybe I will pick the best RGO in terms of yeah, look at this. Cotton is actually the most lucrative, and considering that I'm doing making a lot of money with cotton, and considering that this is the capital, I think that having a full RGO will probably win in the long run. And then I wanted to check again, when I check food, Maize is very lucrative, and then wild game. But wild game is like 51. Man, I think I need really to increase the maize production. And yes, this is something cool. Let's increase the opinion of every country around us, and also go back here and steal another map if possible. I'm not sure. Okay, let's keep sending our, you know, spies and build a spy network in the north. I have now, I know all what I need to know here in the north. Someone of you also suggested me, hey, look, do not forget that you could send also some spies in the south and get in touch with Incas. Well, that's not a bad idea. That's actually a very good idea. Let me do that. And we keep increasing control. At a certain point, we will switch this guy from increasing control to... By the way, why are you so bad? for real. I need someone very strong with the military ability. He is great. He's great. 83. Let's swap him. And as soon as the control here will be increased, we start converting in our capital, and we make our capital more populated, more densely populated. Also, proximity is a great thing. Kokum probably would require some... you know what would be amazing? It would be amazing if I could offer an alliance to those guys. Because it seems that Kokum could be our ally, and that would be a game changer. That would be, for real, an incredibly good game changer. Let's consider this. Let's consider it. Can you imagine? Those are our enemies, and I am stopping them with an alliance. And now we are allied with Kokum. Itz and Kokum became the first, let's say, Mesoamerican axis, and no one can stop us now. All right, it seems that we are going to expand into Mexico now, into central Mexico. I can afford pissing off a little bit the Almejeno, so the nobility. Oh, but also the clergy. Oh, let's piss them off both. All right. So paper makers, great. Clay pit. It seems that our population is building a lot. We have a lot of cotton, as we said. Wild game, clay, stone, medicaments, fruit, fish, marble. Marble is also very, very good. Actually, I see that the price is little. There are a lot of interesting things. For example, if I look at the color of the money, this is copper, so it's not very lucrative. But if I go on cotton, that's silver. And if you go on maize, that's gold. It means that I can really make a lot of money. So it would be easier to build, for example, a clay RGO and get money, so I do it. And now that I've increased control, I'm going to start doing the following. Settle tribesmen in... First of all, we settle tribesmen in our province, because if we could do it in Xunatuni, then the maize production would increase. All right? And the irrigation is just using a little bit of tools and providing with, look at this, population capacity plus 1,000, local food production plus 5%. I will allow barter. Yes, bartering. I will do that. And Noi here is still producing with stone. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Oh my goodness, these are all so small. These towns are so small. I have only one interesting city. The rest is just too small. I mean, that's not maybe the case. Tonalian could also be a city, but that's difficult. Let's switch again to copper. Let me see how long it takes until we crash the economy again. 3.60 copper required, and we are producing here 3.83. Well, it seems that now copper is more useful. Let's see, maybe it stays this way, and that would be wonderful. That would be really wonderful. Okay, the next RGO we are going to expand is lumber. Also, fish is actually pretty good. So, why am I taking fish? Because it's this is all food that goes in the market, and we do not live only out of maize, right? Look at Xunatuni, 36,000 tribesmen. this could really be a very big city and a very big maize production center with a ton of irrigation and a ton of maize, and this would definitely shape the face of Itza. It would change it dramatically. I'm happy. That would be really good, to be honest. Let's decrease also the diplomatic spending until we do not have any diplo here, like this. Okay. And okay, I'm spending too much now in diplomacy. I do not need the troops of my subject anymore now that I have my friend Kokum. So I will push just a little bit more to have yeah, one diplomat soon, and we start the annexation. And I definitely need to increase my stability, or I will get rebellions. If I get rebellions, it's sad. Okay, now let's pick another advisor. We have less money. We are selling food, which is wonderful, but we are also buying food. And now we have finished the integration of a province. We start the integration of another one. It takes always a little bit. Takes always a little bit of time. Like 16 years, 10 years. But that's important. Look at this. Maize production, now wonderful. We have a much higher demand and we need to fill it. We need to fill it very fast. And also here, for example, I have the Fisher Geo, but I didn't realize that. I didn't check this, and that's my bad. We need to convert a lot of laborers, so it will take a while before this RGO is going to be filled. But as you can see, it's slowly getting filled. Why? Oh, unsustainable lifestyle. Oh no. We get we fuck it. We get now a horrible event, and we get a debt. We go into debt. Most of our expenses are colonies, by the way. I might consider decrease for a little bit the investments in our colonies, because there is really a lot to colonize here, and to take a while. That we need to pay back our debts now. All right, so should we increase the ties to our neighbors? Yeah, sure, we can do it. Actually, I want to check what happens if I declare war on the county of Yukuza. We are stronger than them. Why? Because we have Kokum on our side. Yeah, sure, but they are not going to... Kokum is not going to intervene. But we are much stronger than them anyways. So, this is what we do. We ask for a casus belli on this one. I select this, but I need to select it again on the left. And yeah, you probably already recognize that I just used the parliament to create casus belli. Casi belli. It doesn't really matter. It's fine for me. I know that this is probably not the way I should, but it works wonderful, and why not? So let's do it. Let's take the parliament approved claims on the province and let's declare war. My goal would be to get a new vassal. A new strong vassal, which is because it's pretty extensive here, and they must have a good population. In particular, the land that I'm going to attack now, let me close it so you can see it better, has more or less, I don't know, 200k people. 374. Well. That's beautiful. So we are going to subjugate them. No, I have no money, I'm sorry. We have, we're in debt. We have 18 ducats that we have to give back. And those wars are also helping because we are going to steal all the money of our neighbors. That's it. All right, let me now convert the tribesmen in my capital. I think it's more efficient. And here, what we have done now, Maize is fine. We're building a forest village, another forest village. Okay. Let's assign an army leader and move towards this city here. As you can see, the AI-driven vassals are storming without thinking too much, but in this case, the enemy is very weak. I am not scared. If they did this against a power with 15,000 troops, well, then I would cry already, but... that's not the case, so I'm happy. 16%. So we get as many vassals as possible due to the fact that Kokum cannot attack us and we share the borders with the Aztecs. I believe that this is a beautiful thing. We failed the issue. Wow, this sound effect, it felt like as if I don't know, I killed someone and now it was time for me to die. I would really like to have an access action here. They would not give me... they would not allow me to have access here, so I cannot vassalize those other two guys. Okay, so I'm closing the war immediately. I'm not taking money from the colonial events, not at all. 1 and 2. Actually, I can get an extra vassal, but I would not accept. So I can only vassalize Yod-Zoki here in the north, but not Yukudza. I don't understand why, because Yukudza, it's this one, right? Yeah. It seems that they are still... I don't know, they still think that they can win the war, probably. With a 64%. No, I can't really move on the other side, and that's fine. I don't have the right, but they need to... they need to accept now. Yes, they do. I also get their money, and I close it. So, what happened now is the following thing. Now, Itza has 2 Aztec vassals. Oh, good. I can see also their borders. This is increasing also our economy for the simple reason that we get more money from the vassals. First thing we do, we repay all loans. Right? Second thing we do, we increase a little bit the cost of court. Look at this. Look if I want to keep the cost of court stable. Diplomacy is overrated, I think, here. I'm going to increase it a little bit, but not that much. First of all, I'm going to steal a map. One of my... what are your hobbies, Andrews? Well, I like to steal maps. That makes me feel so happy. That makes me feel happy. That makes me feel fulfilled. So we steal some maps. That's what we do. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. We start seeing... what is this? Sahakula. Okay. Not bad at all. The only bad thing is that, yeah, diplomacy 223. We are subsidizing the Tool Guild. Aha. At the end, I managed to fuck up my economy entirely thanks to subsidies, didn't I? Okay, no, don't build this stuff here, my friend. The Lambermere requires tools, and we do not have a lot of tools. Whatever. Whatever. So we increase a little bit our legitimacy, but just a little bit, and the diplomatic spending now is also going down because I want to have more ducats per month. Sorry. But I'm not sorry at all, to be honest. Okay, so our diplomacy is bad. our economy is increasing, and my goal here would be to reach now 50 ducats and expand again the maize RGO. What are those things producing? Those are producing leather, and they're profitable, the forest villages, okay. The farming villages on the other side, they produce livestock. They have their, you know, pigs, chicken, turkey. I don't know what they have. Some of you already explained me which kind of livestock they had, and yeah, but they're producing it, so that's also food. Not bad. But I want to expand my RGO here. And another thing, Neupetten now has 25,000 inhabitants, and we are converting them every day. Rush of merchants or extra benefits from merchants. Let me check this. Trade advantage plus 20% or burgers trade capacity. Let's take the trade advantage. That should give me a little boost here, I hope. Let me see when it's end of May. Yeah, so and so. But if there is one interesting thing here, if something went good in this episode, is that all my regions have an. It's so funny that I didn't finish my sentence and I entered in a famine. I wanted to say are producing enough food to keep our bellies filled. Until Neupetten entered in a crisis, and now they are very hungry. I love this game. I increase +1 maize, and I wish a great day and see you next time.